The Guam Preservation Trust is a nonprofit public corporation dedicated to preserving and protecting Guam's historic sites. They get their money from building fees collected by the Department of Public Works, and in recent years, building fee collections have dropped dramatically. As a result, the Trust's income has dropped as well, and because of that, the Trust's board placed a moratorium on grant projects in excess of $5,000. Public Auditor Doris Flores-Brooks.
To the credit of the board, okay, on the one hand, they did, in light of the declining revenues, put a moratorium on the number of grants. But to our dismay, they didn't do for supporting services. Instead, supporting services continue to escalate.
And the average salary is?
$77,000. Of course, that includes Social Security, but they're not members of this is a private institution. But again, as taxpayers, is that the kind of money we should be paying?
Trust Administrator Joe Kinata disagrees.
My response to our salary is that, number one, we are not GovGuam employees. We're not under the Civil Service Commission, so she can't compare us with GovGuam employees.
But she says you're using public funds.
But the board makes that decision.
And Kinata points out that the board has reduced his and the other 3 employees' salaries this year by 7%. The audit, however, also makes the point that more money was spent on salaries last year than on projects.
Supporting services now represent 60% of revenues brought in, compared to only 40% going out. So if you want to equate that, let's say, to a charity, would you want to give to a charity that 60% goes to support or administration and only 40% goes out to the projects that you're supposed to help?
We did bring in the projects that needed to be done, and these projects bring in much more than $5,000. And so if you're looking at the total value of the grants, I mean the projects, they value up to $2.1 million.
In the last 5 years, they've approved a total of 34 projects. 34 projects in 5 years, right? And they have 4 employees a year to administer 34 projects in 5 years.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.